Good morning, everyone. I would be talking about comparative analysis of visual outcomes of a non-diffractive extended vision new intraocular lens. I have no financial disclosures. So standard monofocal IOLs can give good distance and corrected near vision, but poor intermediate vision. Multifocal IOLs give spectacle independence for near, but can have decreased contrast sensitivity and photic phenomena. With the arising need for better intermediate vision, extended depth of focus IOLs have been introduced, but they can also be associated with photic phenomena. The Eyhance ICB00 IOL by Johnson & Johnson Vision Care is a newly developed monofocal IOL. It has same features as the pre-existing ZCB00 IOL by the same company and is visually indistinguishable. Now, the Tecnis ZCB00 IOL is a single-piece 6 mm biconvex hydrophobic acrylic monofocal IOL. It has an aspheric anterior surface and a negative spherical aberration of 0.27 micron. It has a frosted continuous 360-degree posterior square edge. Additionally, the new ICB00 has a modified aspheric anterior surface of the optic, which creates a continuous power profile and aims at improving vision for intermediate tasks compared with the standard monofocal IOL and extend the depth of focus. It is based on the refractive technology without diffractive rings and without zones. So the purpose was to compare this new non-diffractive extended vision IOL with the standard monofocal IOL. The outcome measures at 90 days were uncorrected distance, intermediate and near visual outcomes, contrast sensitivity, uniocular defocus curve, spectacle independence, and dysphotopsia profile. It was a prospective, non-randomized comparative study by a single surgeon at a tertiary care hospital. The data was analyzed by SPSS software. We had two groups of 50 patients each. Group 1 was implanted with ICB00 and the group 2 with ZCB00. Inclusion criteria: age 50 to 75 years, corneal astigmatism equal to or less than 0.75 diopters, endothelial cell count more than 2000 cells per millimeter square. IOL was implanted between 20 to 23.5 diopter and in the bag. Cases excluded were history of previous trauma or intraocular surgery, irregular astigmatism, corneal dystrophy or scar, history of any glaucoma, intraocular inflammation, macular disease or retinopathy, neuroophthalmic diseases, or any intra or postoperative complications. The results: the uncorrected distance, intermediate and near visual acuity was measured and calculated, and the group statistics and t-test for equality of means for uncorrected distance visual acuity and uncorrected near visual acuity showed comparable results between the two groups. While for uncorrected intermediate visual acuity at 60 centimeter, group 1 performed significantly better. The contrast sensitivity was calculated in photopic and mesopic condition at 7 and 90 days for both the groups. And it was found that with increased spatial frequency, the MTF scores were decreasing in both the groups. However, it was found that in photopic and mesopic condition, there was no statistical difference between both the groups at 7 and 90 days. Comparison of monoocular defocus curve between the two groups: it was found that in group 1 at -1, -1.5 and -2, the defocus curve was significantly better. This is a graph line chart with error bar for monoocular defocus curve showing that the group 1 has significantly better vision at divergences of 1, 1.5 and 2, and it was non-significant at -2.5 diopters. The spectacle independence for intermediate distance was better for group 1, and the difference was statistically significant. Again, intermediate activity score was done for computer work, walking downstairs, reading labels, and night driving, and it was found that the group 1 performed significantly better. Looking at the dysphotopsia profile, both group 1 and group 2 patients were highly satisfied in the intermediate nighttime activities, and both groups had comparable halos and glare during night drive. So earlier when we presented the study, there were not sufficient reports to compare our study results. With the recently published studies, our study shows comparable results for better uncorrected intermediate distance visual acuities, broader defocus curve, and more spectacle independence for intermediate distance activities for the ICB00 versus the ZCB00 IOL. A study by Offart et al. Showed similar comparable photic phenomena and contrast functions in both the IOLs, which was similar to our study. One study by Vega et al. Showed that in 2 mm pupils, the ICP00 IOL had lower MTF scores, but comparable MTF scores at pupils more than 3.5 mm. The difference, however, was not significant in our study. To conclude, implantation of non-diffractive extended vision IOL provided an extended range of vision and low incidence of unwanted photic phenomena. The Eyhance ICP00 IOLs give spectacle independence for intermediate distance with good visual acuity and optical quality for distance as well. These are my references. Thank you.
Lovely presentation. Over to the judges for questions.
One small question is, you showed the intermediate comfort is, so how do you say that? If the intermediate lens is equal in both, then what does this extended vision lens actually give the patient?
So the intermediate was more comfortable for the group 1, was comfortable for the ICP00.
But your slide, the penultimate slide showed the intermediate quality comfort is equal in both, almost equal in both.
No, sir. So
a slide and go one slide before.
Yes, sir.
Basically, the intermediate vision, she said, was better in group 1.
Yeah, if it is better in both, then what does the extended vision lens really offer?
No, it is significantly better in the group 1, sir.
Okay, that's fine. You showed the table. That's okay. Can you go down before
Dr. Nidhi,
Yes,
would you reserve this lens for people with some specific occupations, or you offer it to everybody?
Actually, sir, intermediate distance visual acuity is it is required by everyone. Nowadays, using computers, most of the people, they do require it. And even in little low socioeconomic classes as well, good intermediate distance, many times they do not require near vision and they are comfortable with that. So it can be suggested to both the straight or
Okay, Dr. Nidhi, did you get any support from the company for this, financial or in the matter of lenses or something?
No, sir. No
What
financial.
is the price difference between the two lenses?
Sorry, sir.
What is the price difference between the two lenses?
So the price difference, I think, is around 8 to 10,000. I think so.
It is around 3,000 rupees between these two lenses, sir. Around 6,000 for the single vision, and then this lens which is extended is around 8,000 rupees.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nidhi.